Good evening, everybody. We, the students of course World Civilization under Professor Madhumita Sengupta, welcome you all for today's Greek drama Socrates on Trial. I am Athens and I am going to narrate to you the story of trial and execution of Socrates. Socrates was a classical Greek philosopher credited as one of the founders of Western philosophy and also as being the first moral philosopher. An enigmatic figure, he made no writings as is known chiefly through the accounts of classical writers writing after his lifetime, particularly his students Plato and Xenophon. We are going to present to you the Socrates play Socrates on Trial, which contains adaptations of several classical Greek plays, such as The Clouds written by Aristophanes, the dramatic monologue Apology written by Plato to record the defense speech Socrates gave at his trial, and Plato's Crito and Phaedo, two dialogues describing the events leading to Socrates' execution in 399 BCE. The play was actually written by Andrew David Irvine and is regarded as as a worthy analogue of an ancient masterpiece. The drama exhibits how Socrates was accused, convicted, and eventually sentenced to death in Athens. It consists of two parts. Part 1 is about a noble businessman in Athens learning about the ideologies of Socrates and their effect on the youth. Philippides, the son of Athenian businessman Strepsiades, is sleeping blissfully under a blanket. Strepsiades is overoccupied by the loans taken by his irresponsible son. He sits beside him and starts to speak.
Oh, King Jupiter, how long will this night be? Will it ever be a day again? Look at him, how blissfully is sleeping. Even the cocks have forgotten to snore. But I am not able to sleep, being tortured by these debts and expenses through the son of man. What do I do with him? Someone bring me a tablet and a lamp so that I can calculate my debts. Someone there? Even the servants are sleeping happily in their room. Yes, I have to take one. Oh, Athena, have mercy. What do I owe you? When did this happen? 12 minutes Paisias? And when did I buy a horse?
Hey, this is unfair. You drive on your own course. How will I win the race?
This passion is going to destroy me one day. Even in his dreams, he is thinking of riding up a horse. What do you do with him? Oh, Athena, save him.
What happened, father? Why are you in distress?
Oh, nothing, my son. I'm very proud of you. I was just worried about that new horse you bought. Who is going to feed him?
That's not a big deal. You are very famous in taking loans.
What?
We will get a new loan for our new family member. Now sleep.
Not arguing. Let that person who made me marry your wife rot in hell. Me, a normal citizen, marrying the niece of Megacles the Great. Dad, how did it come to this situation? How do I get out of this now? Who can help me? Can I at least forget this? They say nothing in this world is permanent except change. But how can my son change? Yes, if I pursue his youth, I shall be saved. Oh God, bestow upon me the power to wake him up. Philippides, my little Philippides, wake him. Oh, he woke up. What is?
What, father?
Now, give me a right hand.
Take
This is a
it.
left hand. Tell me, do you love your father?
Yes, father. By Neptune.
Then go and forget about all of your horse crazy stories. Reform your habits and do what I say now.
So tell me now, what do you want?
I want, do you see that small house with a small door there?
Yes. But what is so special about it?
That is a thinking shop for wise men. That well man who Who can persuade you to thinking that the heaven is actually an oven and we are the fuel for it?
Bah! They are rogues. I know them. The barefoot fellows whose number are vulnerable. The Socrates and the Carapace.
Why? Or don't say anything foolish. If you have any concern for your father, forget about this and become one of them.
I will not. I swear to God. Even if they will give money to me, then also I will not go to them.
Then the Ceres, you should not eat any of my food again. Neither you nor your bloody boss. I shall drive you out of this house to the crows. Be gone.
Okay, father. Yes, I agree.
Good. Let's go and meet Socrates.
Let's go.
Is someone there?
Oh God, now what come? Go to hell.
Oh, sorry.
What shall who are you? What do you want?
I'm here to meet what's his name again?
Socrates.
Socrates.
Oh, come here. Wait there. I will bring.
So, father, so what do you think about our new family member?
He's same as you, eating and sleeping. That's all he does.
Socrates enters on the shoulder of two of his disciples.
Oh, Socrates, what are you doing up there? Tell me. I beseech you.
What can you expect from a crazy guy like him?
Shut up, you idiot.
I'm speculating about the sun floating in the air. In the air enters with my mind becomes light, and then my intelligence expands. I'm able to perceive and conceive the secrets of this universe. You're walking in the air? Yes. That is a way to explore your intelligence.
What do you say? What are those words? Oh, Zeus, make me understand.
What did you say?
Zeus.
Give me your hand. Oh, blind follower, listen to me. There is nothing like Zeus. No God or deity exists. It's only in your mind that Zeus exists.
Then who gives us brains?
Brains? Answer to my question then. Have you ever seen grain in clear skies? No. How do you get grains?
When it rains?
And how does it rain?
When there are clouds?
Okay. So it cannot rain in clear skies, right?
Yes.
That are the clouds who give you grains, and then you eat the grains and you are alive.
Yes.
Zeus does not do anything. The clouds are the supreme god.
Then what about the sound that it creates? The goddess of thunder.
Oh, come on, foolish guy. For every small thing you have made a god and goddess. The clouds only are responsible for thundering because they are the supreme god, manifestation of him. By the way, oh old man, why are you here?
I want you to teach my son things that I want him taught.
He's your son. What's your name? My name is Philippides. 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 So, you want to learn? I don't know. I don't know what to learn. You don't know. Try to answer my questions. How do you think the gnats respire? The gnats. What kind of a question was that? You do not even get the question and you are here to learn. Listen to me. Be aware. I will tell you the answer. That might even help you in understanding the question. The gnats, their lungs are narrow. The wind forcibly enters through their lungs and at a place, a hollow place near the narrow gap. From there the sound comes and from there they respire.
Ooh, what sharp-sightedness. I can't understand any of it.
Okay, I expected that. But old guy, you are standing from a long time. I think you must be tired. Go to your home. What kind of behavior was that? That behavior? Don't worry, I will teach you. Come back. I will show you what is just and what is unjust. The arguments.
Now we shall see what actually are the just and the unjust arguments taught in the school of Socrates.
Oh, I will destroy you by power of my virtue unjust. Who are you? I am the just. Oh, then tell me, by doing what? Tell me, what do you think about purity? Should a person be pure or not?
Why do we need to be pure? What does special does it bring to you? You have got a life, why not enjoy it?
Life is not for selfish enjoyment. The sacrifice for others gives you real enjoyment.
So why do you need to be pure for that?
Purity of a character commends manifestation, and also you no more need to indulge in a sense of gratification.
So what reward you will get from that?
Reward. You get a lot of rewards. Peleus got a sword in reward for his purity, and also a beautiful wife, Theus, in reward.
I think that's right. Just was right. Now it's unjust turn.
Yeah, he did. But he didn't tease her in the bed. So she left him. She left him because he was not lustful, nor an agreeable bedfellow to spend life with.
And the unjust one. No one can defy these just ways.
This was
My disciple, I will teach you this unjust argument, by the virtue of which, no matter wherever you are, you can defy any opposition argument.
This was the cunningness of unjust argument. For the next few months, Socrates taught Philippides the art of unjust argument. But then, what happened was completely unacceptable. Philippides went back to his father and started beating him, and now no one could argue with him. For this very reason, Socrates disappointed the masses. He was eventually dragged to the court along with his disciples by the three personalities of Athens: Miletus, Anytus, and Lycon. Reviving the culture of Athens, Socrates and his accusers would put forth their points. We have some jury members among us, and at the end, we would be taking their votes to decide the fate of Socrates.
Socrates, the citizen of Athens, you have been brought in front of these 501 people of your fellow citizens of Athens, serving as the judges. The charges against you are these. Firstly, you have been accused of believing in gods other than the Greek deities who have been serving the city of Athens throughout the history. Secondly, you have been charged for corrupting the young minds of people of the city of Athens. Do you even understand the charges?
I know and I understand the charges. What I don't understand is why I have been charged.
Haven't you always criticized the Athenian government? You have mingled with the common people and you have talked to even slaves and angered them against the government. You have destroyed all the actions done by the great leaders of Athens. How can you plead?
Oh my dear friend, let me tell you. Throughout my life, I was a military man. I served for Athens. I fought against Sparta and all other great Greece alliances who attacked Athens. And let me tell you, our result of defeat was not only lack of skills in our soldiers, but it was also lack of leadership. Our so-called prominent leaders, they were just lusty for more and more profits in their businesses. They wanted more and more slaves. And not only that, they were committed to commit warfare again and again with our neighbors.
Haven't all of you heard him? Even now, he is still demeaning the Athenian people who serve the country.
Of course, Anytus and Miletus, both from Athens, was a part of brilliant code of leaders who claimed to represent the people.
I have heard that you have insulted the gods of Greece in numerous occasions. We have been defeated by our enemies because of the impiety and disbelief of you and your followers. You have encouraged the citizens of Athens to distrust and be disrespectful of gods. You deny that you follow another god?
I have never disrespected and I won't disrespect any of your gods because I do not believe in the god of Mount Olympus, Zeus. I believe that if there is one supreme god, everyone else, every power else is expansion of him. What I also believe is my inner voice. For that, it always guides me in my life. That inner voice of mine, I believe, is superior than all of your man-made artificial gods.
can hear the blasphemy with your own ears. How can the man hear voices unless he has drunk too much of wine?
Even the oracle at Delphi said he is one of the wisest men in the Athens. Oh, Socrates, do you agree with this?
Oh, my disciple, I do not also believe the oracles. I am not a wise man. I consider myself a philosopher. For me, philosophy brings knowledge, and that knowledge sometimes it leads to wisdom. Wisdom is the knowledge which makes one wise. And also, I believe at this very moment, we should start a search for a person who is much more intelligent than me, for that we can only prove the inexistence of gods in Athens.
His very words deeming the gods.
My teacher Socrates believes that the only way to find truth is to believe his own. He is not insulting a God. It is just simple belief. He is the most intelligent man in all of Athens I have known.
Socrates, do you want to beg mercy to these judges and possibly save your own life?
I do not fear death, and I do not want your mercy. Had I wanted your mercy, I would have not left my wife and children in the home. Do you see them here? I have not brought them here. Otherwise, I would have brought them here and asked them to beg for mercy in front of all the judges. It's better that his wife is not here. She is forever nagging and screaming in her loud voice to poor man. And once she kept a jug of water over the door, and it fell on his head, on his head. And of course, he made a joke of it and said, "It rains after it thunders."
Socrates, you have also been accused of disrespect towards the Athens. Are you a true citizen of Athens?
Who are you to judge whether I am a true citizen or not? Let me explain you. I am not a citizen of Athens only, and neither of Greece only. I consider myself a citizen of the whole world. For me, whole world is a family.
That is nonsense. No one can be citizen of a world. Either you should be with us or against us.
To be a citizen of the world, you have to do some work. You do no work, and you constantly argue with your wife. Everyone has heard the loud and continuous complaints from your wife. What do you have to say about it?
Yeah, that is true. I will explain you. If you get a good and beautiful wife, your life goes in joy and pleasure. But if you get a wife who keeps nagging every now and then eventually you end up becoming a philosopher like me.
You have been seen daily wandering the streets, talking to people, especially ideal youths. Your endless question disturbs the peace of their unsettled mind. These questions are discussed by the citizens and sow dissension in their mind. You challenge the very political system, will you? Your remarks stir up insurrection and revolt among slaves and people without property. You have offended the most powerful people with your endless questions.
Why are you afraid of revolt of the slaves? Yes, I do ask questions. I ask them because I want to learn. I am eager to know what is knowledge. That's my curiosity. And aren't you people ashamed of yourself? You don't even are curious about knowledge. For the very characteristics of soul is to be curious about knowledge.
Enough of this man's testimony. His own words condemn him. Let the judges be counted.
Now, we take the opinions of our jury members.
Kill him. He is a blasphemer of the God. He is not guilty. He did not disrespect any God. He is just
Condemn him to death. He disrespects the gods of Athens.
281 of the 501 present vote for Socrates' death. After hearing from the jury, the court condemns Socrates to death.
Socrates, the jury has condemned you to pay the penalty of death. However, we want to give you a favor. You can face an exile from the city of Athens rather than paying the penalty of death.
Oh, accuser, regardless of the law is good or not, you should obey the law because it sets an example. I do not fear of death. Today, destiny is against me. You people are judging me. Let me tell you, one day will come when history will judge all of you.
It's my good fortune to have been born in Socrates' life and have been his student. He is the greatest man in all of Athens I've ever known.
And you speak about exile? Let me tell you what I think. Whether it is a courtroom or a war zone, no one, including me, should think of escaping the death. Just because escaping the death is much more easier than escaping the villainy, you should accept whatever comes on your path. The time is hard, and I am old now. I am slower. That's why I am caught by the slowers, the accusers, who are indeed caught by the faster, by the evil. And to all those who condemn me to death, I want to deliver the oracle. Listen to me. Today you condemn me to death. One day, vengeance will return, and that day, it will be harsher than it is now. You will suffer the fate. My followers, whom you are not able to perceive now, because I am holding them back, they will turn their arguments against you. And as they would be younger, they would be indeed more harsher than me. And at that time, you will be nothing but indignant. And to all those who supported me, who voted for me, I want to have a final discussion with them. The thing I love, I want to have a discussion with them. For as long as these dear jury members are arranging the poison, no one can stop us for having this last discussion.
No need to wait, Socrates. The poison has arrived. Hemlock is here.
My dear friend, you are expert in medicine. Tell me, what am I supposed to do?
Read the hemlock and keep on walking till your legs get heavy. Once you feel the poison, lie down. The hemlock will do its job.
I drink by remembering my God, the supreme God I believe in. For that, He only can protect my soul as soon as it departs the body. Why are you crying, disciples? Don't cry. Did you notice Xanthimenes is not here? I did this only to avoid her tears. I agree, the time is hard against us. But you are also the disciples of Socrates. Show some strength. Show some strength.
Socrates, do you feel anything?
No, nothing.
Once the poison will set in, soul will depart.
Man kills swans, but swans do not seek desperation at the time of their death because they know no one can kill them. After their death, they will go back to Godhead to serve their God. Oh, it's here. My legs are getting heavy. Let me sit down. One thing is remaining. Oh, Plato, my disciple, listen to me.
We to the Asclepius, the goddess of medicine. We owe a head to the Asclepius, goddess of medicine. Remember this.
Socrates' last words, we owe a hen to Asclepius, drew several conclusions. Some commentators have understood these words to mean that Socrates' last concern, as he was preparing for his afterlife, was with the health of his soul. A much more likely explanation is that the offering was simply a part of an annual religious festival. The debt of all the debt all Athenians owed to Asclepius for having relieved them from the plague. Along with his immense concern for his fellow citizens, Socrates, one of the greatest minds, left behind many ignited minds like Plato and Xenophon, who carried forward his legacy. With this, we will like to conclude and thank you all the professors and our fellow students for giving us their valuable time.